Eli's messy brown hair looked like he'd just come back from exploring a secret garden. His bright yellow striped t-shirt and worn-out sneakers told stories of countless adventures. But the most magical thing about Eli wasn't his appearance. It was a special jar that sat on his wooden shelf. This jar wasn't ordinary. About the size of a juicy apple, it was made of clear glass with tiny swirls of silver dancing inside. A cork lid sat snugly on top, as if keeping a wonderful secret. Eli had discovered something amazing about this jar. It glowed with a warm, golden light whenever he did something kind. At first, Eli thought the magic was all about words. When his friend showed him a colorful drawing, Eli exclaimed, "Wow, that's amazing!" And the jar lit up like a firefly on a summer night. When his mom made her famous chocolate chip pancakes, Eli told her, "You're the best cook ever!" And the jar sparkled like stars had fallen inside. Eli began to love making the jar glow. He'd tell his teacher her handwriting was beautiful, or compliment his neighbor's shiny red bicycle. Each time, the jar would shine, filling his room with a cozy golden glow. It made Eli feel warm inside, like he was doing something really special. But one morning, something strange happened. Eli woke up, stretched, and looked at his magical jar. It was dark and quiet, like it was sleeping. "Good morning, jar," Eli said cheerfully, but nothing happened. The swirls of silver stayed still, and not even a tiny spark of light appeared. Confused, Eli tried again. He told his little sister her pigtails looked cute. He complimented his dad on his cool tie. He even told the mailman he had the most interesting bag in the whole world. But no matter what nice things Eli said, the jar remained as dark as a moonless night. Eli's heart felt heavy. Had he done something wrong? Was the magic gone forever? He sat on his bed, staring at the jar with sad eyes, wondering if he'd ever see that beautiful golden glow again. That afternoon, Eli's dad found him sitting quietly in his room. Dad's kind brown eyes crinkled at the corners as he sat down next to Eli. "What's wrong, buddy?" he asked in his calm, gentle voice. Eli explained about the jar, his voice trembling a little. "I've been saying nice things all day, Dad, but it won't light up anymore." "I don't understand." Dad listened carefully, then put his arm around Eli's shoulders. "You know, Eli," he said softly, "kindness isn't just about saying nice words. Those are important, but real kindness is about doing things that help others and make their lives a little better." Eli's eyebrows scrunched together as he thought about this. "But I thought being kind was just telling people good things about themselves." Dad smiled. "That's part of it, for sure. But imagine if you were hungry, and instead of giving you a sandwich, I just said, 'You look like someone who enjoys good food.' That might make you smile for a moment, but you'd still be hungry, right?" Eli nodded slowly, beginning to understand. Dad continued, "True kindness is about actions, doing things that make a real difference in someone's day. It might be harder than just saying nice words, but it's so much more powerful." Eli looked at the jar, then back at his dad. "Can we go to the park?" he asked suddenly. "I want to try something." Dad's eyes twinkled. "That sounds like a great idea." At the park, Eli looked around with new eyes. He noticed some litter scattered near the benches and tugged on his dad's sleeve. "Can we clean that up?" he asked. Together, they picked up candy wrappers and empty bottles, putting them in the trash can. Eli felt a little spark of warmth in his chest as they worked. As they walked along the path, Eli saw an elderly woman struggling with heavy grocery bags. Without hesitation, he ran over. "Can I help you carry those to your car?" he asked politely. The woman's face lit up with a grateful smile, and Eli carefully carried 2 bags, chatting with her about her grandchildren as they walked. Near the playground, Eli heard a cry of dismay. His friend Tommy's kite was tangled high in a tree. While Tommy looked close to tears, Eli studied the situation. "I think I can reach it from that low branch," he said. Carefully, he climbed up and gently worked the kite free, handing it back to Tommy with a big smile. Tommy's whole face brightened, and Eli felt that warm spark grow stronger. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in beautiful oranges and pinks, Eli and his dad headed home. Eli's heart was light, and he felt a new kind of happiness bubbling inside him. He hadn't even thought about the jar all afternoon, he'd been too busy enjoying helping others. But as soon as they got home, Eli couldn't resist. He raced up to his room and stopped in the doorway, his mouth falling open in amazement. The jar wasn't just glowing, it was blazing with light. Golden beams danced across the walls, making the whole room feel warm and magical. The silver swirls inside the jar spun and twirled as if they were celebrating. Eli had never seen it shine so brightly before. As he watched the beautiful light, Eli understood. The jar's magic wasn't about words or compliments. It was about actions that truly helped others and made the world a little bit better. Each kind thing he'd done that afternoon had added to the glow, creating something more beautiful than he could have imagined. From that day on, Eli looked for ways to spread kindness through his actions. He helped his little sister tie her shoes, offered to water his neighbor's plants when they went on vacation, and always had a smile ready for anyone who looked like they were having a tough day. The jar continued to glow, sometimes brighter, sometimes softer, but always reminding Eli of the power of true kindness. And the best part? Eli discovered that the warmest, most magical glow of all wasn't in the jar. It was a feeling in his own heart when he knew he'd made someone's day a little brighter. As Eli drifted off to sleep that night, the jar's gentle golden light filling his room, he smiled. He knew that tomorrow would bring new chances to spread kindness, and he couldn't wait to see what adventures and what opportunities to help others a new day would bring.